So now we are going to start to revise term 1 geography portion. Okay, term 1 geography and SPL. Okay, in this video we are going to discuss geography part and SPL part revision. Okay, term 1 revision, right? So geography we have 2 lessons. Already I said before itself. So 2 lessons. One is second lesson inside our earth and fourth lesson air. Okay, so inside our earth and air. So in this lesson, inside our earth lesson, mainly we have 2 topics. Okay, mainly we have 2 topics. One is interior of earth or layer of earth. Okay, one is interior of earth or layer of earth. Both are same only. Okay, interior of earth or layer of earth. Layer of earth. And second topic is rocks and minerals. Okay, rock cycle, different types of rocks and minerals. Okay, so interior of earth. So our earth have different 3 layers. Okay, our earth have different 3 layers. Suppose this is the earth, means we have 3 layers. Okay, we have 3 layers. The first layer, the topmost layer is called crust. Okay, the topmost layer of the earth is called as crust. Okay, it's called as crust. So the second layer of the earth, below the crust, we have one of the layer. So that layer is called as mantle. That layer is called as mantle. And third layer and last layer is called as core. It's called as core. So topmost layer crust, second layer mantle, and third layer core. Okay. So the crust comes to crust. For each one we will discuss. So crust is the topmost layer, I said. Okay, crust is the topmost layer, I said. It's the first layer and topmost layer of the earth's surface, and it is a very thinnest layer. It is very thinnest layer, very thin layer. Okay, compared to other 2 layers, compared to mantle and core, the earth part, the crust part, very thinnest layer. What is the depth of crust? Means only 50 kilometer. Only 50 kilometer. So what is the depth of crust? Is only 50 kilometer. So sorry, in our book they mentioned only 40 kilometer. Some other books they gave 50 kilometer. Okay, so what is the depth of crust? Is 50 kilometer. In this crust we can divide into 2 parts. Okay, we can divide crust into 2 parts. One is continental crust. Continental crust. Another is oceanic crust. Oceanic crust. Okay, continental crust. Another is oceanic crust. So we can divide the crust into 2 parts. One is continental layer. Another is oceanic layer. Okay, so what is continental layer? Means which land was which area is not covered by water. Okay, not covered by water is called as continent. You know very well. Okay, how many percentage of land was present in earth? Means around 29%, 71% is fully covered with the water. Okay, so which area is covered by water in the surface of earth is called as oceanic crust. So what is the depth of oceanic crust? Means 35 kilometer. So continental crust only 5 kilometer. Okay, so depth of continental crust is 5 kilometer. The depth of oceanic crust is 35 kilometer. So for both in crust, mantle or core, all 3 layers, some minerals were present large. Okay, some minerals were present large. Okay, so in crust, in continental crust, what are the minerals were present large means, what are the minerals were present large means, more means silica and aluminium. Silica and plus aluminium. Okay, silica plus alumina. So that's why this continental crust were called as Sima. The first 2 letters is they are taking Cr. Okay, so the continental crust also called as Cr. Okay, so the silica plus aluminium is present lot in continental crust. So the continental crust also called as Cr. CR. Okay, what is the another name of continental crust means? You have to know CR. Okay, same like in ozonic crust. Okay, in ozonic crust, which minerals are present lot means same silica and magnesium. Okay, silica and magnesium is present lot. Okay, magnesium is present lot in ozonic crust. Okay, so that's why the first two letter of these two words they are taking. That's why the ozonic crust also called as CIMA. Okay, the ozonic crust also called as CIMA. So what is the another name of ozonic crust means? CIMA. Okay, what is the another name of ozonic crust means? CIMA. Okay, so we can divide the crust into two layers. One is two part. One is continental crust, another is ozonic crust. So what are the minerals present lot in continental crust? Silica plus aluminum. That's why it is called as CR. So in ozonic crust, what are the minerals that present lot means silica and magnesium. That's why it is called as CIMA. Okay. So in earth, see we cannot move, we cannot go depth into crust. Okay, to a certain kilometer only we can able to go. Otherwise, it is not possible to go inside the earth because there is no oxygen in that place. That's why we are not able to go. So which is the deepest mine in our earth crust means it was located in South Africa. Okay, see you have to remember whenever you read geography that time you should read that box information also. Each and every lesson they give some important information in box area. That too you have to read. In that you have lot of 1 mark questions. Okay, so we completed crust. Okay, next is mantle. Okay, second layer is mantle. Second layer is mantle. Is the second where mantle is located means below the earth crust or above the core. Okay, below the earth crust or above the core. So what is the depth of mantle is 2900 kilometer. What is the depth of core means? Sorry, mantle means 2900 kilometer. 2900 kilometer. So this mantle also some minerals are present. Okay, that is not mentioned in your book. Just for your understanding, both silica present lot and magnesium is present and iron is present in this magma. Sorry, in this mantle. So the time of volcano eruption, we are getting lava from the earth. No, so that magma also present in mantle region only. So where is magma present means in mantle. So when this magma come out the earth surface, it is called as lava. Okay, so in mantle, the liquid form of magma is present. Okay, so depth of mantle is 2900 kilometer. So last layer is core. So last layer is core. We can divide core into two types. We can divide core into two types. Okay, so one is outer core. Okay, this is outer core and this is inner core. Okay, so outer core and inner core. So we have two type of core. Okay, so this is very innermost layer of the earth. So what is the depth of core means 3500 kilometers. So what is the radiance or what is the depth of core means 3500 kilometer. What are the minerals present not in core means nickel and ferrous. Nickel and ferrous. What is another name of ferrous? It's iron. Okay, what is the another name of ferrous? It's iron. So the combination of nickel and ferrous, Ni and Fe, the core is also called knife. So which layer also called as knife means core. Why? Because the presence of nickel and ferrous. Presence of the nickel and ferrous, the core is called as knife. Okay. So what is the total depth of earth? Okay, total depth of earth. Suppose this is the radiance of the earth. So what is the radiance of the earth means 6371. Okay. So what is the total depth of earth. Depth of earth is 6,371 kilometer. You should know each and every depth of layers and the total radiance of earth, right? I hope you understand the layer of earth, right? So next is rocks and its types. Okay, rocks and its type. You know very well in earth crust we have a lot of mineral matters. So this mineral matters, any natural mass of mineral matters that makes up the earth crust is called as crust. Okay, it's called as rocks. Okay, often we can see the rocks in our house, in ground, in many places. Okay, so these rocks can be divided into three categories. Okay, these rocks can be divided into three categories. One is igneous rocks, sedimentary rock, and metamorphic rock. Okay, igneous rocks, sedimentary rock, metamorphic rock. These igneous rocks is called as primary rock. Okay, this igneous rock is called as primary rock. Why it is called as primary rock means this rock only formed very first. Okay, we can divide this igneous rocks into two categories. Okay, igneous rocks is divided into two categories. One is intrusive igneous rocks. Intrusive igneous rocks. Another is extrusive igneous rocks. Okay, intrusive igneous rocks. Another is extrusive igneous rocks. Okay, now I am going to draw the rock cycle. The rock cycle we can easily understand the formation of rocks. Okay, rock cycle or formation of rocks, both are same only. Okay, so how these rocks were formed, how the igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks were formed means, suppose this is the volcano mountain. Okay, so sorry here. So here we have mountain. Okay, here we have mountain. This is the volcano mountain. So this is crust area, you know very well. So below the crust we have mantle and core. Okay, so in mantle, what is present land? Already I said magma. Okay, mantle, what is present land means magma. Okay, so when the time of volcano eruption, this magma will come out from the earth. Okay, will come out from the earth and reach the earth's surface. Okay, reach the earth's surface. So this is called wind. Okay, this already we studied. So this way is called as wind. Okay, so through this wind, the magma will come out from the earth's surface. So when this magma come out, reach the earth's surface, is called as lava. Okay, when the magma during the time of volcano eruption come out the earth's surface, when it reaches the earth's surface, this magma will be called as lava. So this lava cools. Immediately. Okay, when the magma come out at surface, that lava will cool immediately. That time you are getting extrusive igneous rock. Okay, that time you are getting igneous rocks. That igneous rocks is called as extrusive igneous rocks. Okay, that time we are getting igneous rocks, that is called as extrusive igneous rocks. Okay, sometimes this magma, the time of coming out of earth surface, it's not reached the earth surface. Okay, it's not reached the surface and it's cooling down inside the earth itself. Okay, it's cooled down inside the earth itself. That time also we are getting igneous rocks. That igneous rocks is called as intrusive igneous rocks. Clear kana? So suppose the magma will not come out at surface, cool down inside the earth means is called intrusive igneous rock. Suppose it come out at surface, it's cooled down immediately. Okay, it's cooled down immediately, cooling down immediately. It's slow intersignageous rocks cool down very slowly, but extersignageous rocks cool down immediately. Okay, so after forming the igneous rocks, due to weathering, okay, due to weathering means rainfall, heat, sun heat and wind. This reason the rocks going to be particles, very small pieces. Okay, due to weathering, the rocks going to be divided into small pieces. Okay, rocks divided into small pieces. That small pieces were called as sediments. Okay, that small pieces were called as sediments. That sediment settled down, particularly riverbank side or seashore side. These sediments were settled down by layer. It's settled down. So due to the pressure of water, this sediments will change into sedimentary rocks. Okay, due to the pressure of water, the sediments were changed into sedimentary rock. Are you clear how the sedimentary rocks were formed? The sediments settled down the one place due to the pressure of that place, due to pressure of water maximum, where we can see the sedimentary rock means, and in pond or lake or seashore side or riverbank side only we can able to see this sediment rocks. Okay, so due to that pressure, the sediments converted into sedimentary rock. Okay, so next rock is metamorphic rock. How the metamorphic rock were formed means, sometimes this sedimentary rock changed again the pressure. Okay, again the pressure and heat, pressure of water and heat of water. The sedimentary rock slowly changed into metamorphic rock. Otherwise, directly sometimes the igneous rocks also converted into metamorphic rock. Okay, due to pressure. Okay, due to pressure of earth, this igneous rock also converted into metamorphic rock. Again, these metamorphic rock alone changed into magma. How means the heat of earth, the heat of core and heat of mantle. That this metamorphic rock, heat and pressure. Okay, this metamorphic rock again changed into magma. So this is the rock cycle. Okay, so when magma changed into igneous rock, sometimes the igneous rocks directly converted into metamorphic. Otherwise, this is sediment. This is due to weathering divided into many pieces. That is called as sediments. So that sediments due to pressure of water is converted into sedimentary rock. So that sedimentary rock due to pressure of earth is changed into metamorphic. Again the metamorphic is changed into magma. This is the. So the next we are going to discuss about fourth lesson, air. Okay, so we have two lessons I said. So next one is air. Already you studied about air and nearly lower classes, very good manner I think so. So that we are explain very outline on it. Okay. So in air, you know very well the blanket of air one thing called as atmosphere. Okay. So the air is covered our earth like a blanket. How we covered our body in the time of night, like that only the air is covered in our earth. Okay. So in atmosphere. Many variety of gases are present. In atmosphere, variety of gases are present. One is nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, argon, hydrogen. Like that, many gases were present in atmosphere. Okay, in that, which gas is present lot means nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen is present lot around 78%. Nitrogen is present in our atmosphere. Okay, so this nitrogen help us to plants growing. Okay, plants growing, which gases help means nitrogen. Second is oxygen. So oxygen is present 12 21 percentage of atmosphere. Okay, 21 percentage of atmosphere. Which gas is present means oxygen. So this oxygen help us to breathe animals and human beings and plants. Okay, you can ask how plants take oxygen for breathing like that, but it's true. Oxygen, all living organism takes oxygen for its life. Okay, for its breath. Carbon dioxide is present in our earth 0.03 percentage alone. 0.03 percentage alone. This is called as greenhouse plant. Okay, why? Because it's a global warming. Often we hear the word global warming. The earth going to be getting heat like that. We discuss no. When the percentage increased, when this 0.3 is increased, that time our globe getting warm. That's why it's called as global warming, right? So this gas help plants for photosynthesis, for making their own food. Okay, you know very well about photosynthesis. Okay, next is other gases. Okay, other gases present 0.4 percentage. These are the very lightweight gases. Okay, they are called as light gases. Why? Because there is no weight. Okay, so these are where we can see means the layer of atmosphere. Next we discuss no in the topmost layer only we can see it's like weightless gases. Structure of atmosphere. Okay, structure of atmosphere. How we study layer of atmosphere? The same like for atmosphere also some structure. Suppose this is the earth crust means this is the earth. This is the crust means from the crust to up to 400 kilometer. Sorry, up to 800 to 1200 kilometer. The air is present. Okay, up to from earth up to sky around 800 to 1200 kilometer air is present. Okay, so that air we can divide some layers. Okay, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5 like that. We have 5 layers of atmosphere. One is troposphere, second is stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Okay, troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Okay, so comes to here troposphere. Okay, troposphere is the very close layer to earth's surface. Okay, this is present very close to earth crust. Okay, so how much kilometer this troposphere expand means 13 kilometer. What are the things present in troposphere means living gas. What we breathe, oxygen we breathe. No, oxygen is present in troposphere. So weather phenomena. Okay, weather phenomena. So for getting rain or fog or storm, everything happen in this 13 kilometer alone. Okay, so this is the first layer of atmosphere. Second is stratosphere. Its extent from 13 kilometer to 50 kilometer. Okay, from 13 kilometers to 50 kilometer. In this stratosphere, cloud-free area. There is we can't see clouds in this region. So this region suitable for flying aeroplanes. Okay, for aeroplane flying, which that atmosphere layer the aeroplanes may fly means the stratosphere region means. Why? Because there is no cloud. So where we don't have cloud, that is the suitable for flying aeroplanes. Okay, and then one of the important gas, ozone. Okay, this ozone gas only protect our earth from the harmful rays which was coming from sun. Okay, so that ozone gas also present in stratosphere. Okay, that ozone gas also present in stratosphere. Next is third layer is mesosphere. So mesosphere is expand from 50 kilometer to up to 80 kilometer. Okay, from 50 kilometer to 80 kilometer it extend. This mesosphere protect our earth for asteroids and meteoroids. Okay, when the meteoroids come to reach this mesosphere, it's going to be burned. Okay, so fourth one is thermosphere. Okay, fourth one is thermosphere. It expand from 80 kilometer to 400 kilometer. Okay, from 80 to 400 kilometer. What present means thermosphere. Okay, in this thermosphere, that weather condition may be vary, okay, rapidly vary. Sometimes cool, sometimes very hot. Okay, the condition of weather is changed often in thermosphere, and then one of the important feature of this thermosphere means ionosphere is present in this layer alone. Okay, ionosphere means that radio transmission waves. Nowadays we are using internet or cable connection, everything from that satellite node. So through that satellite's waves traveled in thermosphere. Okay, so very important layer of Earth. Okay, so layer of atmosphere. Last layer is exosphere. Last layer is exosphere. It is explained 400 to about 1200. That is not given in our book. Okay, so in this exosphere we have very light gases present here. Okay, like helium, neon. So this light gases were present in exosphere. So what are the layers we have in atmosphere? Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Right? So temperature. Often we hear this word temperature. Suppose we are not free, that means we are going to doctor, means they are checking the condition of our body. Like that, in atmosphere also we have some temperature. Okay, so what is temperature? Means the degree of hotness and coldness. Okay, the degree of hotness or coldness of the air is called as temperature. Okay, the degree of hotness and coldness of the air is called as temperature. So what are the factors influencing the temperature? Means the distribution of sun rays is received from the sun. It is called as insolation. So that factor is affect lot of temperature. Okay, so we are using various machines for measuring temperature. Okay, so next is pressure. Okay, I am not right here. Pressure, you know very well, our air has some pressure. Suppose we close all the doors in a room, suddenly we open the windows, means what will happen means the air will blow very fastly. Okay, suppose we are blowing one balloon, after timing we are playing, then we release that gas, means it's moving a particular direction. Okay, so air has pressure. Okay, air has pressure, that you should remember. Next we are going to discuss about different types of wind. Okay, different types of wind. Before moving, what is wind? So wind is the movement of air from high pressure area to low pressure area. Okay, high pressure area to low pressure area is called as wind. Okay, a wind is travel or the movement of wind from high pressure area to low pressure area is called as wind. Okay, so we can divide the wind into three categories. Okay, we can divide the wind into three categories. One is permanent wind and seasonal wind, local wind. Okay, permanent wind, seasonal wind, local wind. Okay, permanent wind means the wind constantly, okay, permanently blew one particular direction. It will not change its direction. This is called only permanent wind. Okay, this is also called as trade wind or westerlies, like that. Many names we are using. Okay, so blows constantly throughout the year in a particular direction. This word is the key word. Okay, suppose you write this key word, means we are ready to give mark. Okay, so particular direction means the wind blows in particular direction throughout the year, means called as permanent wind. Next is seasonal wind. This wind often changes direction according to its season. Okay, change their direction in a different season. Like in South India, we have southwest monsoon, northeast monsoon, like that we have monsoons, no, that are best example of seasonal wind. Another is local wind. Okay, so local wind only particular during time. Okay, that wind blows in a small area, means called as local wind. Suppose in our area suddenly we can receive some breeze, okay, smooth air. Okay, like that air is called as local wind. Okay, so permanent wind, seasonal wind and local wind. So another we have in this lesson about, they explain about cyclone which was happened in Orissa, that they given in our box, that you have to read in your own. Another rainfall. Okay, so rainfall, we have three type of rainfall. That's why I am not explain about rainfall. Okay. So next we are going to yeah. In SPL we have second and fourth lesson already I said. Second lesson we are going to be revised now. Second lesson, role of the government in health. Okay, role of the government in health. So in this lesson we discuss about health. What do you mean by health? We often think that we are free from illness is called as health. It is not that. Whenever we get sufficient water or good food, these also include in health. Okay. So what is health? It implies to our capacity to stay free from the disease, free of disease and wounds. We call this health. But not only this, when we are getting adequate water, clean drinking water, very good food, nutrition food, that also comes under health. Okay. So in your book page number 20 they gave healthcare in India topic. In that topic they are giving two comparison. So how the healthcare facilities present in India. Okay. So India is one of the biggest country to produce doctors each and every year. Maximum medical colleges, variety number of medical colleges present in India, but in opposite side, in village, there is no enough doctors. Okay, the same like India is a very big market producers of medicines, but still after getting independent, still each and every year around 2 lakhs people were died of TB disease, one of the name they given tuberculosis. Okay, so same like India is the very big market of medical tourism. Okay, often you see in the movies also the word medical tourism. Many foreign country peoples they comes to India for taking treatment. Why? Because in India that medical treatment is very less. That amount, what amount is spent in their country is compared to our country is very less. That's why many people they comes to India for medical treatment. But in India alone, the communicable disease, waterborne disease is spread each and every year very lot. Okay, so the last. India is the third largest producer of medicines, already I said, but half of the children in India there is no adequate food and water. Okay, why I said this, these things means how one side we develop lot, other side we are not able to develop. The same like only two stories they given about Roshan Huggy and one of the school boys children story. So in both two stories they explain the situation of government hospital and private hospital. So that we are going to be discuss next. So in India we are getting from two ways of healthcare services. Okay, one is public healthcare service, another is private healthcare service. Okay, public healthcare service which was run by government. Government collect tax from the tax amount. The government runs public healthcare service. Often we hear the word GH, government hospital. That all comes under the public healthcare service. Okay, so private hospital. We know very well private hospital, that is called as private healthcare services. Okay, so here I gave some difference between public healthcare service and private healthcare service. So public healthcare service, that is government hospital run by government. Okay, government money take initiative to execute all the process in hospital. Okay, so the owner of public hospital healthcare is government peoples. Okay. But private hospitals run by individual. An individual person run. He only invest the amount and he only build buy the land and build the hospital. So that is individual property. Okay. So the cost of medicine, the cost of treatment in government hospitals are free or very less amount. Okay. The cost of amount for taking scan or medicines or blood test, anything in government hospital is free of cost or very less amount. Sometimes they may collect. But in private hospital, we need to spend lot of money for buying medicine and taking treatment in that. Okay, whether we are taking blood test or scanning or ECG and what are the things we are getting from private hospital, we need to pay lot. Okay, so in India, whether all the people get able to get that healthcare facility, whether we have equality in healthcare means no. Why? Because the number of private hospital is then government hospital. Even government hospital we can see private hospital in urban area only, but government healthcare centers we have in villages also. But we people we are not ready to prefer government hospital in many times. Why? Because we want that is run by our money, so we only wanted to maintain the government hospital very neat and good manner. But we are not ready to maintain that. That's why the private hospitals grow lot. So there is no equality in healthcare.